Review test, section 2. Problem 1A, negative 12 plus 12. Adding negative 12 to positive 12 yields 0. Problem 1B. This problem will be easier to solve if you add the negative numbers first. Remember, adding negative numbers does not change the sign. Negative 23 plus negative 10 is negative 33. Positive 37 plus negative 33 is positive 4. In problem 1C, add the two positive numbers first. 13 plus 36 is 49. Negative 50 plus 49 is negative 1. In this problem, add the numbers with like signs first. 19 plus 13 is 32. 32 plus negative 3 is 29. Problem 2A. 10 minus negative 12 minus 25. Earlier, we discussed how a negative sign alters the sign of the number it precedes. Now you can see an example of that. 10 plus 12 minus 25 is negative 3. Problem 2B. Remember that a minus sign preceding another minus sign makes it positive. 21 minus negative 21 is positive 42. Problem 2C. Negative 90 minus 37 minus 10 minus negative 47. Don't forget that a minus sign preceding another minus sign is positive. Thus, minus negative 47 becomes positive 47. Thus, we have negative 90 minus 37 minus 10 plus 47. Adding all of these numbers with like signs, we get negative 90 minus 37 minus 10 is negative 137. Negative 137 plus 47 is negative 90. In problem 2D, simply solve the problem from left to right. 40 minus 15 minus 12 is 13. Number 3. Answer the following questions with a true or false. 3A. Division by 0 is possible. That's false. It is impossible to divide any number including 0 by 0. Problem 3B. It is impossible to raise a number to a power of 0. The answer is false. Any number raised to the 0 power is 1. 3C. Exponential expressions consist of 3 parts. The answer is false. Exponential expressions consist of 2 parts, the base and the exponent. 3D. Order of operations determines the sequence in which a problem is solved. That is true. It determines the proper sequence a problem must be solved in order to obtain the correct result. 3E. A base or factor represents the same component of an exponential expression. The answer is true. Base and factor are different words that represent the same thing. 3F. There are 3 ways to represent multiplication. The answer is true. Multiplication can be represented by parentheses, a dot, and by the traditional X. Problem 4A. Before attempting to multiply these numbers, remember the properties of 0 when dealing with multiplication and division. Multiplying any real number by 0 always results in 0. Thus, negative 75 times 30 times 0 is 0. Problem 4B. 12 times negative 4 divided by 2. Since problem 4B contains only one negative sign, the quotient or solution will be negative. First, let's simplify the problem. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Note that positive 2 is located in both the numerator and the denominator. These two numbers cancel each other out. Thus, 2 divided by 2 is 1. The remaining multiples are 12 and negative 2. 12 times negative 2 is negative 24. Problem 4C contains an even number of negative signs. Thus, the product will be positive. Negative 10 times negative 10 is positive 100. Problem 4D contains an uneven number of negative signs. Therefore, the product will be negative. Negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 is negative 8. Problem 4E may look difficult, but it is actually quite simple. Let's begin by solving for the denominator. Negative 8 minus negative 8 is negative 8 plus 8. Remember, when a minus sign precedes a negative, it alters the sign. In other words, minus a minus is a positive. Thus, minus negative 8 becomes positive 8. Now we have negative 8 plus 8, which is 0. Now we have negative 950 times 3 divided by 0, which is undefined because division by 0 is impossible. Problem 5A tests your knowledge of exponents. We will review them together as we go. Any number raised to the power of 0 is 1. Thus, 32 raised to the 0 power is 1. Any number raised to the first power is that number. Thus, 5 to the first power is 5. 1 raised to any power is 1. 1 to the 50th power is 1. Now the equation even looks easier to solve. 1 plus 5 plus 1 is 7. Problem 5B. Let's solve this problem step by step. 10 squared divided by 10 to the 0 power is 100 divided by 1. 2 cubed is 8. 3 squared is 9. Now we have 100 divided by 1 plus 8 plus 9, which is 117. Problem 5C. Let's solve this problem step by step as well. 5 squared is 25. Negative 3 cubed is negative 27. The equation is now 25 minus negative 27. Remember, minus and minus is a positive. Thus, minus negative 27 is positive 27. The equation now reads 25 plus 27 is 52. In problem 5D, solve for the items within parentheses first. Since exponents have the highest order of precedence within the parentheses, solve for 5 cubed first. 5 cubed is 125. Next, solve for the remaining items within parentheses. 75 minus 125 is negative 50. Seventeen to the 0 power has the highest order of precedence in the equation. 17 to the 0 power is 1. Multiplying negative 50 divided by 2 times 1 does not alter the term at all. Next, divide negative 50 by 2 to get negative 25. The equation is now 12 minus negative 25. Remember, minus and minus is a positive. Thus, minus negative 25 is plus 25. The equation is now 12 plus 25, which is 37. Problem 6. Negative 3 cubed plus 8 squared plus negative 4 cubed divided by 7. Let's begin by solving for the items inside the brackets first. Although negative 4 is enclosed within parentheses, there are no operations to be carried out within the parentheses. The parentheses are used to clarify the problem. Thus, 8 squared and negative 4 cubed have the same order of precedence. 8 squared is 64 and negative 4 cubed is negative 64. 64 minus 64 is 0. Of the remaining terms, negative 3 cubed has the highest precedence. Negative 3 cubed is negative 27. Next, divide 0 by 7, which is 0. Negative 27 plus 0 is negative 27. We have taught you to add and subtract signed integers, to multiply and divide signed integers, 3. Use exponents. 4. Evaluate expressions by order of operations.